So John Boehner actually resigned after the Pope had visited Congress, and he got very emotional on the actual day, and everyone thought this was because John Boehner is a Catholic, and that it was an amazing day, and everyone thought it was about that. And then the next day, he made this shock announcement that he was going to resign, and revealed that this all started with a private moment with the Pope, where they were having a chat. He didn't really say what it was about, but then he said that the Pope put his arm round him and said, "Pray for me." And then John Boehner said, "Well, who am I to pray for the Pope? But I did." And then he didn't really explain how this linked into his decision to resign. So I think what happened was that the Pope was sat there listening to John Boehner, and he just went, "Could really do without this." So he puts his arm around him and goes, "Pray for me." John Boehner prays for him, because, bring the Pope happiness and success, and suddenly had an overwhelming urge to resign. Well, let's talk about the Pope's visit to the United States. The Americas in general, Cuba, and the US. Well, and actually, Obama praised him for achieving the détente between Cuba and the United States.
Wait, did the Pope?
He was quite instrumental in it. Yes, apparently. And then he became the first.
Just rings him up and goes, "God, I'm really trying to get at this," and he's like, "Obama, baby, Barack, my dear, leave it to me." Just calls up Raul Castro.
Hey, Frank, I really want a cigar. That's what I want.
I want some cigars.
I can make it happen.
It's a pretty good Pope as well.
It is. I imagine that's and a decent Raul Castro.
Yeah. No, that was Obama. It was.
Would you like to hear my impression of Fidel Castro?
Let's hear your impression of Fidel Castro.
And then the Pope just leans over and goes, "Pray for me."
So the Pope had this very successful tour where he was greeted warmly everywhere. But he did address this joint session of Congress, certainly the first Pope to do so. This is difficult because quite a lot of his messages about climate change, not popular with the Republicans. He also bravely said that he was absolutely against the death penalty, not popular with Republicans. So one of the major ways he managed to get the Republicans on side, and it does just, from an outsider's perspective, demonstrate how pliable Americans can be. If ever you get in trouble with some Americans, this is how you do it. And the Pope stood up and started his speech by going, "It is a great honor to be here in the land of the free and the home of the brave." At which point every single person in Congress went, "Yeah! Yep! Damn right about that!
That's where we are!
Oh yeah! I love this guy! This guy's bang on!
What did he say about climate change? Who cares?
He just got standing ovations just by going. He might as well just go, "Oh, say, can you see?" And the Pope just sort of actually just comes across as a massively politically important figure. He turns up, much like Jeremy Corbyn, exactly like Jeremy Corbyn,
Bit of a socialist,
and just says exactly what he thinks, and everyone just kind of goes, "Fair enough." And I think he's surprisingly effective.
He's great. I'm very much on the side of this Pope. He's doing brilliant. Like makes you realise that the old popes wasted their powers.
With all the incest.
Like, they could... Exactly.
Let's hope that the Pope is able to bring some sanity to the Republican primaries, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Imagine all the Republican primaries lined up with them all arguing, and then the Pope just comes in and goes, "Guys, calm down." I'd let Jack do the impression.
People of the GOP, pray for me.
And yet he'd still be polling behind Trump.